the United States win the World Baseball Classic in 2017, and he said to himself then, if I ever have a chance, it's Joe Alvarez at third base, Nick Gonzalez, Alec Thomas having a good tournament so far, and Joey Ortiz batting. Dynamic outfielder for the Boston Red Sox. Paul Skeens ready to go. Through his wind, and off we go with a fastball that misses away, or a splitter that ran homered and doubled yesterday, knocked in 3.
So the thing that most of these teams have to battle, so it'll come down to execution, taking advantage of a mistake.
Splitter changeup to start his day. You saw Skubal on Saturday, and now Skeens, both Cy Young winners last year. 2-2 on Jarren Duran.
And that's the one thing when you're looking, and you hope it's not getting outside yourself.
And Paul Skeens started having conversations with Mark DeRosa about a year ago, and if Aaron Judge is the position player, there's very little recruiting that had to go on this time. Fouled off. Much to wear this uniform. It's home with another 2-2. It's fouled into the glove for strike 3. He starts this game with a strikeout.
The movement. I mean, good luck. Right? This is one of the elite pitchers in the game, and you just got to hope you guess right and guess.
That is Randy Arozarena. And of course, he comes out of his shoes on a first pitch fastball. Arozarena is .450 in that tournament. 7 extra base hits. Big rip again, and it's 0-2.
You're going to hear that I felt might be a problem that actually is a benefit. And that is, I think when you're coming to spring training as a hitter, you're looking to get your time than not.
Chopper left side, Alex Bregman. 2 up and 2 down for Skeens.
Because typically you're just getting reps. You don't care about average, although you want to get hits in a spring training. You're working on your mechanic. Spring training is what I've been told.
Jonathan Aranda, bases empty, 2 gone in this first. All-star for the Tampa Bay Rays, takes strike 1 from Skeens. How about
he is approaching on the mound, and Paul Skeens? Because let's face it, I'm not saying anything that's not out there that isn't true. We have an injury. Doing the things you need to do. This is a great experience you'll never forget. But the but is, if you get too amped, you've been through the long season.
That's crazy. He's still just 23 years old, Paul Skeens, and you already kind of view him as a guy that has been there, done. Off a breakout season for Tampa Bay, hit .318 last year for the Rays. On 3-1, takes strike 2.
And what you do as a pitcher, knowing you're going to play in this.
Skeens looking for a 1-2-3 first inning. His 3-2 is fouled off. Able to enjoy it a little bit more this turn. On the 7th pitch of the at-bat, a pop-up down the left field line. Bregman is over. Anthony's in, and Roman Anthony's got it to end the first inning. Paul Skeens goes 1-2-3. The U.S. comes to bat after this. For Team USA, it's the same group that they had in the first game of the WBC on Friday. Bobby Witt's Mexico is short. It's in the starting pitching. And so Barreda, who's 37 years old, has pitched in 3 games in the
tonight. One of them's in. The other one has to win 1 more game, right? So there's so many complex formulas that come in. He's not going to overpower you. He's going to try to change speeds.
Witt bounces the ball to third for Nacho Alvarez. Nacho's throw is in time to get Witt.
Team together, conversations with players, with organizations, trying to get everything to fit in a box that is. Team USA does go on and win it.
A little bit outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark DeRosa talked about 3 times as many walks as they've had strikeouts. Only 2 home runs the first 2 games. Harper with a half-hearted swing and a foul ball.
Harper's not too far behind there.
On a 1-2 from Barreda. Harper pulls it down the line. Took a funny hop, but a good adjustment by Jonathan Aranda for out number 2. The captain of this Team USA club out in front of the first pitch. Went deep in his first at-bat on the 0-1 to Judge. Pulled through the left side and a 2-out base hit. So Judge, the first base runner of the game.
Incredible scene when you see these guys taking BP. And Aaron Judge would come in and he goes, I got to follow that. Well, he would never say that in anything other situation.
Torba, who is back with Team USA, he was with them the last World Baseball Classic and broke things loose with that long home run. Of course he did. Here's the 2-0. Schwarber takes ball 3. Mark DeRosa said it's his chemistry gap. My shoulders every few innings. Schwarber's got to walk right here, and the U.S. has something brewing here with two out. Here with the Astros, and he's gotten good hands each time he's come up. You know, you got the big boppers throughout this lineup. Bregman not at second, Schwarber at first. U.S. trying to crack through here in the first inning. Bregman takes a 6th consecutive ball from Beretta. And this has been...
They're not miss middle in because he'll make it disappear.
Yeah, we've seen him hit it over into the Crawford boxes many times in his days in this ballpark. The 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. Cal Raleigh waits on deck. American League home run. 3-1 pitch. Bregman takes. And it just misses for ball 4 to load the bases up. So Beretta retires the first 2 in this. In the Mariners to within a game of their first trip to the World Series. First pitch from Beretta. Big cut. Fouls it back. Not even close to hitting their stride. 0-2. Beretta trying to wiggle his way off of the hook. His 0-2 to Raleigh. Did he go? He did, and Beretta's out of the first inning jam. The U.S. leaves the bases loaded, and after 1 in Houston, no score. The Air Force Academy baseball team played at Baylor over the weekend, and they just swung over here to Houston. They kept on going that route, so he made what he said was the hardest decision that he's ever had to make. And he transferred to LSU. A year after that, he was the top pick of the draft. This uniform. Alejandro Kirk leads off this second for Mexico. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Military this time of year in an exhibition. A no-brainer because he wanted to do it for his family. He wanted to do it, he said, for every serviceman. And he said, we hope that when you watch us, you feel that. His 1-2 to Kirk is outside, and the count evens 2-2. Kirk, who made his name during the Blue Jays World Series run last year, on 2-2, fouls it off. The Skeens win the oath of enlistment. He gets Kirk to open off his second inning. He said basically that's after the highlights of his life. To love something as much as he loves his country, to be able to put his hand up and say that. And he said, yeah, looking for its first base runner against Skeens. Retiring the first 4. And getting a strike on Tellez. A year ago when Skeens elevated that fastball, especially the league hit 120 against it. 98, top half of the zone.
3/4 angle is awfully difficult on hitters.
Back-to-back Ks to open the second.
And what I mean about
Nacho Alvarez with 2 gone here in the second. First one from Skeens is right there for a strike. That article we're talking about, that the letter that he wrote, that there is. Or anything beyond that. As Alvarez hammers this ball in the air to center field, but he gets under it a little bit. And Byron Buxton will wait for it to come down and make the grab. That's the scary thing. Paul Skeens just 2 years into his career, hungry to keep getting better. No score, middle 2. No score to the bottom of the second. This highly anticipated matchup between Mexico and the U.S. Inning for Team USA against Manny Beretta, who was able to get out of that first inning bases loaded jam. He's in there with a strike. And, of course, every pitcher that Anthony quickly down 0-2. And takes inside.
This young man right here for Boston is and he's give the Boston Red Sox.
He's just 21 years old, came up last year, hit 290, signed an 8-year extension. 1,000-pound speaker that he's having to lug around for him. But they're also making sure that they're taking him under their wing. Aaron Judge in pocket as this WBC has gone on. He's got to walk to lead off this second. Big, strong hits for high average, but that on-base ability. Byron Buxton, who once upon a time was in those same shoes as Anthony, is the next big thing, the top prospect in baseball. And when he's been healthy and his
breaking balls, but man, he's got electricity in his bat.
Career high 35 home runs last year. Mentioned. There's 1-1 from Beretta. Buxton swats a line drive to center field. Thomas on the run. He'll get there. Back to first goes Anthony. One gone.
Thomas so good in center field fairly routinely. Again, I know the competition record is for the WBC in walks, but they got to be on pace of breaking it.
Here's Bryce Terang following it off. He had 24 of them through the first 2 games. They got 3 more of them already.
Yeah, the biggest thing that kind of surprised them is the power. You don't necessarily admission just to watch this team take batting practice because it is pretty impressive.
Well, you'll see the guys go through and do the professional hitting. Far you hit it, I can hit it farther. 2-2 on Terang. Another 2-2 to Terang, and he's worked it full. The top of the order waiting.
I've learned so much from watching some of these hitters. The key to being plate discipline.
Anthony runs. He fouls it off and stays alive.
Because you'll see scouting reports and you'll see all the information. You look at the quadrant of a strike, the scouting report.
There goes Anthony again. Another payoff. Hook down the line towards the corner and foul. Junior waits on deck. Anthony goes again. Terang past first and down the line. Keeps this one fair towards the corner. Duran over to cut it off. Anthony's headed home. Relay to the plate is in time. Tag from Kirk. They got him.
But watch when he gets around the bag. And he gets to third base. There's where he slows down just a little bit and then's got to pick it back up. And that
Duran to Gonzalez to Kirk and out at home.
Yeah, he definitely got him. And again, that's a big part of spring training too, getting your legs.
We were talking about Roman Anthony being the kid on this edition of Team USA. The last time was kind of the understudy, but now bona fide superstar for the Royals. 2-2.
Yeah, he sure is. You can't.
Runners in scoring position in 23. Wade hits a fly ball to left center field. Thomas is going back on it at the track. Back against the wall. He's got it. Speaking of back against the wall, that's what it's felt like for Mexico these first 2 innings, where they keep on punching back.
Welcome back to Houston. We're here with Team Mexico manager Benji Gil. Benji, terrific defensive play that inning.
Firm, and he's got good off-speed pitches, but obviously there's way more life at the top than down low. So we get him down. There's nothing easy about him. For us, this is like a game that gets us ready for when we move on, right? For the quarterfinal game, for the semifinal game, and then finally.
Its teammate here in Paul Skeens to lead off the third after his assist. Got him at a home plate in the bottom of the second.
I like the way he said that.
And they're planning on being ready to book a trip to Miami. And he said, then tell us where the party is and we'll fly there.
Got to have that attitude.
1-0 as well. Winner of this game will certainly be in position to move on. The loser, though, the pressure is put on to beat Italy in their final. Skeens, who's got 3 Ks so far. It's gone full. Great Britain today. Have a round robin these next few days. 8th pitch to Gonzalez, and he finishes him off with that power sinker, 98 for his 4th K.
Well, that's how he's getting most of the outs. It's either fastball.
What made it extra special for him is that the strength coach on Team Brazil is his dad, longtime strength coach of the Chicago White Sox, and so Alec grew up around the game. He's in his 5th season with the Arizona.
He definitely can fly and he can defend, and he's only going to get better. Yeah. Won in game 4. Tied it up.
Skeens with another K right there. Back-to-back to open this 3rd and 5 total. To the bases empty and 2 away. Bounces it past Skeens behind second. Running throw from Bryce Terang, but it gets away. And Mexico's got its first base runner as he dives back in there. He had made a turn towards second.
Maybe didn't anticipate the fade and the lack of that ball getting to him. And it caught the end of his glove. I've been so impressed.
Out to open the game. Waits on a 1-0 from Skeens. Line drive, base hit right field. And so after their first base runner, they get their first hit. Judge's throw to third. Gets him and ends the inning. Aaron Judge cuts down Ortiz. The captain for the U.S. Oh, both defenses playing big roles in this game.
Back here in Houston with Mark, thanks a lot.
All right.
Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny. Bryce Harper starts this third inning against a new pitcher for Team Mexico as Jesus Cruz takes over time in the big leagues with the Cardinals and the Braves.
Fastball, changeup, slider, but facing that I'll use again here. Facing this lineup is kind of like playing the game Frogger, where you try to get away from the big inning, pick and choose which count you're going to challenge somebody.
Yeah, does DeRosa put together games be too long? Harper strokes it up the middle, off Cruz, and it'll die left side for a leadoff hit.
He got absolutely smoked.
Harper with a good lead at first. Cruz throws and misses down and away. Totem pole, the biggest reason why it's been so cohesive. It's a better than advertising. High expectation. He's ahead here, 2-1 on Cruz. Strokes one the other way. Back towards the wall. There it goes. Aaron Judge strikes first for Team USA. Opposite field power, his second home run of this World Baseball Classic in 3 games. 2-0, USA.
Working on that a lot in batting practice today, and when you have elite level that he's at, he would swing and pull off this ball and try to pull every one of them early on, and now he goes to all parts of the field, stays off the slider down and away.
Schwarber cracks it on the ground and through. 3 straight hits for the Americans to start the third. Well, the U.S. looks to get greedy here. Still nobody out and a ball on Bregman. It's a deep respect, admiration, sense of patriotism that comes from that. And he said, let's do this. Judge did some recruiting himself. Said two things to it, and it wasn't.
When you get to put on this jersey, and the biggest difference, obviously, most of the guys on their teams, and so they're putting forth all their efforts because they realize what it means to their time to get 2, time to show everybody we're pretty good as well.
3-2 to Bregman. He got him swinging for the first out. These guys didn't want to be involved in it, but then everybody started asking about it. Paul, of course, the first baseman, as Raleigh gets hit here, but he said guys to get down there to
Cutter inside right up under the belt. Spread that word. It's only going to help moving forward.
There's a strike on Anthony. A few of his minor league teammates. He took the game in. Sends this ball a mile. How far will it fly for Roman Anthony? Off the face into the second deck. 5-0 U.S. Sitting in the seats at the 23 WBC and sending one there in 26.
He's got stupid power.
He's put his full game on display in 2 trips up there, hadn't he? He was down 0-2 and drew a walk, and now he shows that stupid power.